Christian?
Yeah?
Look at me, please.
Mommy, what's wrong? Are you okay?
I just came back from the hospital.
Yeah. How's Dylan? Is he all right?
No, not yet. But just seeing him made me think about how lucky I am. My boys are strong and healthy. My sons, who I love so much.
Well, look, everything's gonna be all right. It is. I promise you. And look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything that's been happening lately.
Oh,
it's just...
Christian, why do we fight so much?
I don't know.
I know you have a good heart, but... Oh, what a wonderful card you made for your brother. I hope it's not just a bit too soon to be celebrating. You know, Tonio told me that it may take a while. You know, it's not automatic for the case to be reopened. They have to go through a lot of rules and regulations.
Yeah, but he's at the police station right now, and he's taking care of everything.
Antonio?
Sorry, Chris, but your brother's not going anywhere.
Hey. What are you doing here?
Well, actually, I came by to see Dylan, and I heard at the station what happened to Sheila. Hank, I'm really sorry. How is she doing?
Wendy, I wish I could say she's doing all right, but she really wanted this baby. Look, I don't think she's up for any company yet, so I'll tell her you came by. I was just on my way to get some flowers for her. I thought it might make her feel better.
Well, tell her I send my love.
I will. So, is there something else you want to talk to me about? Like Antonio Vega?
Actually, I heard your meeting didn't go so well.
Yeah, sort of like ours.
Right. Hey, you know, I know this isn't a time to be bothering you, so...
Don't worry about it. No, it's okay. We can talk. Here, have a seat. Although there's not much to say. For me to reopen Antonio's case, I'm going to need compelling new evidence. And in Javier Perez's statement that Antonio was acting in self-defense, I don't know. I'm sorry. I just don't buy it, not given Javier's character.
So Antonio wants to clear his name, and you're saying it's just not going to happen?
I don't understand why Hank is taking such a hard line with Antonio.
Honey, you've got enough to worry about right now.
I know, but that's exactly my point. That's why I'm trying so hard to bring Rachel back home, so she gets a second chance. People should have second chances. Hank should know that. Where in God's name is Alex? She said this was an emergency.
Well, if Pa's anything like he was yesterday when I stopped by, it could be. And on the other hand, maybe Alex just broke a fingernail.
You know what? In the meantime, I'm going to give Drew a call. I want to see if he's made any progress with his second date with Rachel.
Hello?
Hello, Drew. It's Nora. Any problems?
Nope. Everything's under control. In fact, I think that's Rachel at the door now. I gotta go. I'll talk to you, okay? Where's Rocky?
You're a very lucky man, Mr. Jones. I don't normally do out calls anymore. That's why I became a manager. But I happen to be in a party mood, so I thought, what the heck? So for as long as you want me, I'll just be one of the girls.
Well, you're a real knockout, Ava. But I want Rocky. And I don't fall for bait and switch.
What exactly is your problem?
Look, Rocky and I, we just hit it off, okay?
After one lousy date? I don't think so, baby. Why are you so interested in Rocky?
Oh, God, Bo, she's right there right now.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, thank you both so much for waiting. I would have been here sooner, but I couldn't get Asa out of the bathtub. He thinks his rubber ducky drowned.
Asa has a rubber ducky?
No, that's the point. That's why I called you. He's not getting any better.
I see this, honey. I think Cord should hear about it.
No, Cord is the reason that Asa is in this tailspin in the first place. And I suspect that Cord is doing everything he can to make certain that Asa doesn't recover.
Those are serious accusations, Alex.
I'm fully aware of that, Bo. Believe me, I don't want to deal with this in the first place. With Asa incapacitated, I feel that it is my responsibility as his wife to represent his interests. So that is why I especially need your support in my struggle with Cord to keep a hand in the business.
Oh. Is that for Asa's sake or for yours?
I know you're distraught over your daughter, Nora. But I cannot believe you would say that to me.
So, I'm saying, why is Javier coming forward now after all of this time? Because of his conscience? I don't think so. The man doesn't have a conscience. So it looks to me that somebody is really putting the screws to the guy.
And you think it's Antonio?
Do you know him well enough to say that it isn't?
It was just Javier. But it isn't. There's another eyewitness. A woman who was there who wouldn't come forward back then because she was going out behind her husband's back. She shouldn't have been in the pool hall, so she still won't testify.
So, Andy, how does this help us?
Sometimes I just wish if I could go back in time, you know, if I could just videotape Ziggy Martinez pulling out his box cutter and jumping Antonio.
Yeah, time machine. That'd be something. I guess I'd go back to the second where Sheila told me she was pregnant. Then I could really let her see how happy I was. Look, Andy, I'm sorry, all right? Andy, there's nothing I can do for Antonio.
Something he's dreamed about a long time, clearing his name. Just when he thought he was so close. His dream's not gonna come true, and so I guess, you know, he must really be hurting. Antonio? Can we talk now? What's going on?
Maybe later, okay? Hey, how was the lunch club, huh? Was it busy?
That doesn't matter. Please tell me what's wrong. Was it Mr. Garvin? Did he refuse to talk to you? Because if he did, I'll make him talk to you. I'll go over there right now.
Say to you, Ma, that Javier Perez isn't a credible witness.
Well, what does that mean?
It means that even if he tells the truth, they're not going to believe him. Least of all, the district attorney.
Did you talk to Nora?
Yeah. She said not to give up, that she would go talk to the district attorney herself and see if she can force him to go in front of a judge and get a new trial that way.
Good. Well, then she hasn't given up hope. And Andy can help. Maybe she can rally the officers in your support.
To do what? Huh? They don't want to help. And that includes Andy. Especially Andy.
Okay, let's just say I'm a friend of Rocky's.
And you're tracking her down. What for?
Well, that's my business, isn't it? I'm paying you for the lady's time. So what do you care what I do with it?
You scared her.
What?
She didn't give me the gory details. Maybe you were too kinky? Are you? Because I have some beautiful girls who know how to handle kinky.
Thanks, but listen, no thanks. I just want to find Rocky.
What ain't happening?
Well, then you know what is? Her father's a district attorney. Her mother's a lawyer. And her stepfather's a police commissioner. You don't want to deal with me? Fine, deal with them. They'll shut you down so fast, you won't have an escort service anymore. You'll just be plain old hookers.
Rocky's meeting a customer now. Blakemore Hotel Bar. If you hurt her friend, you're gonna deal with my friends. Are we clear on that, Mr. Kinky?
I'm sorry, Nora. I'm sure you didn't mean to slap me in the face.
I didn't slap you in the face.
You questioned my loyalty toward Asa and his family, and in better times, I would have tried to ignore your unjustified contempt. But right now, I need your good opinion because I am the one who is holding this family's future in my hands.
That's funny. I thought Cord was running the show.
He is running the show, Bo. He's running everything right into the ground. No wonder Ace is in the state that he's in. Wouldn't you be if your grandson stole your company right out from underneath you?
When Cord took the reins of this company, he had the whole family's blessings.
Doctor, do you happen to have a tongue depressor? I think I got a frog in my throat or a tadpole. Anyway, it's very sore.
Oh, Asa, honey, a frog in your throat is just an expression.
Then why do I have a whole mess of tadpoles swimming around my tummy whenever I look at you?
Like this every single day. And it just breaks my heart. Bo, you've got to get him to stop doing this second childhood thing. And I know exactly what you have to do.
Hey. You think you should be sitting up?
I feel all right.
Hey, look, I got these for you. Everybody sends their love. Bo, Nora, Andy. They're all worried about you.
Well, you tell them I'm gonna be fine, okay?
Well, you know, I like you so sure about that. But don't you worry, huh? You're gonna be all right.
No, Hank. I'm not.
Look, baby, I know that you are scared. And I know that, I know how losing this baby, it has to make you feel pretty bad. But the doctor says there are no complications and there's no reason why we can't try again.
Yes. Yes, there is, Hank.
Hey, Tony, look, man, about the card, I'm sorry, it was a stupid idea.
No, it most certainly was not.
Mommy's right. I appreciate it. I just wish I had something to celebrate.
Does that mean you're giving up? Isn't setting the table Christian's job?
Yeah. Yes.
Hey.
Hey.
I just wanted to tell you that Nora filled me in on what happened, and, I'm really sorry, Antonio. You know that's not the end of it. Ultimately, it's a judge's decision whether or not to reopen your case. And if Nora can't convince Hank to take your case before a judge, then you could sue the DA and make him.
And what's the point? And why do you care?
I care because I love you. You know it.
You mean someone like me? Except it's all cleaned up.
No, I mean you, Antonio. Even though you do things that I don't like. I mean, there's things that I do that bother you, too. We're two very different people. And you told me that things were going to get better with us, and I believe you. I want to believe you. So either I'm so in love with you that I can't let go, or I'm stupid.
Or both. That's a possibility. DK Diner.
Antonio, Carlo Hesser. I want you to come over here right away.
I thought we got this straight, huh? I told you, I'm not gonna be available.
I suggest you reconsider. I'm having a problem with your girlfriend, that lovely but overly inquisitive police officer. Either you help me handle her, or I'll have to take care of the problem myself. Understood, Mr. Vega?
Fine. I'm on my way there.
Who's on the phone? Can't answer, right? So that means it's Carlo Hesser.
You know, this is supposed to be a happy hour.
Oh, I'm happy.
Great. So maybe you could at least pretend you want to be here? Huh?
I'm sorry.
Huh?
I'm not feeling very well right now. I can't do this.
No way are you backing out. I paid in advance.
Well, I'm sorry. I just really...
Break it up. Going somewhere?
Look, let me see if I can find a vase for these.
I don't want flowers in my room. I don't want to watch them die. And we can't avoid talking about this, Hank.
All right. Look, baby, I know I've been selfish. You know, because I've been all wrapped up with finding Rachel. And I haven't given you any time at all, but I swear to you, baby, things are gonna change now. We know where Rachel is. We just have to get her back home.
And then what? What's wrong with us, Hank, is us. Rachel isn't the problem. Of course you were concerned about her. I was already feeling very protective about our baby. More than protective, I guess. It was like this child was gonna save me. That's how badly I wanted this baby. It's like I have somebody I could love, who would love me back. And now, that baby's gone. And I feel alone again. I don't have anyone to cherish me.
Sheila, that is not true. Baby, I love you and you will always have me.
No. No, you don't, Hank. Not really.
Look, I know that I haven't always been there for you. But Sheila, I do love you.
You know, way back when we started dating, when you couldn't have me, you wanted me. Then you wooed me away from my fiancé, Troy. And then all I became to you was a nice trophy.
Oh, Sheila, that's...
No. You never cared about me, Hank. All you cared about was the game itself and winning. Well, you won me, baby. You won. And we've been drifting apart ever since, and you haven't even noticed. I've noticed. But I kept lying to myself. I kept telling myself that something was going to bring us back together again. Some miracle. And then I got my miracle. I was going to have our baby. Oh, and I just couldn't wait to see your expression when you found out. You remember what you said when I told you? Oh, God, no. Your honest gut reaction. Oh, God, no.
Oh, baby, I was so upset that day about Rachel. I wasn't even thinking straight. You know, I can only think about what a lousy father I had been the first time around. And I thought you had forgiven me for that.
Hey, what's there to forgive, huh? You were being honest. I like that. And now I have to be honest, too.
Can we talk about this at home? I mean, the way you're feeling and what you're going through, baby, I just think you're depressed.
Because I can't lie to myself anymore.
What did he want?
I don't know. He didn't say.
Where does that leave me? I mean, I thought we were having a major conversation.
We can talk about it when I get back.
No, that is exactly what I'm talking about. I thought you said you were through with Carl.
I am.
Well, then how come he snaps his fingers and you come running? I'm telling you that I love you and you're like, hold that thought because he's more important?
It's not like that.
Then blow him off. Stay here with me. Come on, we've got some things to work out. Please.
What do you mean you can't keep lying to yourself anymore?
I mean, I think we need to take a break from our marriage.
What are you talking about?
Just some time apart to sort things out.
What, now? I mean, with everything you're going through? Sheila, let me help you. Baby, I want to help you.
Help me do what? I mean, keep kidding myself that there's something here when there isn't? No, I don't want to do that.
Look, I'm not asking you to pretend like everything is okay.
Look, I don't want to fight about this. I am too tired. I just wanted to tell you how I felt.
And I'm sorry. But please, baby, just sleep on it, all right? That's all I'm asking you. I mean, things, they look so different when you're feeling better. Baby, I know I don't deserve you. I swear I don't think that I can live without you.
Hello.
Oh, Ben. Oh, it's so good to hear your voice. Oh, thanks for getting back to me so soon. Huh? Yes, I miss you too.
Well, that's why I was calling. Remember you said that, I could visit you in London? Anytime I wanted? Yeah? So, I was wondering, how about now?
If the doctors don't know what to do with Asa, what makes you think you have the cure, Alex?
Oh, because I know my husband, Bo. If you put him back in charge, he would snap right out of this. And I would be more than willing to set aside some time from my endless duties as the mayor to help out.
What, to help out or to take over? While your husband is conveniently tucked away in some expensive funny farm.
Oh, Nigel told me everyone was in here, but I had no idea. Am I interrupting something?
No, Renee, you're not. We're just leaving. Well, listen, hey, I'll talk to you later, all right?
I'm sorry. What is your name again?
Asa, stop teasing your son. Bo, please, you've certainly got to help me. Would you please get him to help me? Don't you understand? It's very, very important. It's terrible to love and lose somebody. You understand?
Alex, I'm a busy person myself, you know? I have a missing daughter that I'm trying to find.
Right, well, then you must understand what it's like to love and lose somebody. I mean, you understand, don't you, Renee? Of course you do. You just have to help me get my Asa back.
there you are, my wonderful wife. You must know how to make paper airplanes.
Oh, yes. Indeed. You are crazy.
Like a fox, and twice as devious. You've been faking this whole thing, haven't you? Would you like to tell me why?
You got a problem, buddy? No, but you do. New York Vice Squad. You know you're breaking the law right now, consorting with a prostitute?
I'm not a pro. She didn't tell me she was a pro.
Should she be wearing a sign? Look, we don't normally arrest the John, too, if they can take off. Gee, small world.
It's not that small. What do you want?
Thought the guy was bothering you.
He was.
Can you say thank you?
Thank you. Now, why don't you really tell me who you are? You're not a cop.
You know who I am. On the date you stood up.
Why did you follow me here?
Because I want to see you again, that's all.
You are such a liar. You've been lying to me ever since I met you.
You don't understand. You've got to do like you said you were going to do. You've got to make a clean break from Carlo. Otherwise, you're never going to be free. I know you said that the system didn't work for you. I don't blame you. Whether it ever does or doesn't. Whether your name is ever cleared or not. I know you're an innocent man. I think we could have a future together. I think we could build a life together, but first, you've got to slam the door in Carlo Hesser's face.
Look, I want to talk about this. It's gonna have to wait.
You have been the best wife in the whole world to me, honey. Come on, check the frog in my throat, will you, please?
Give it up, Asa. I caught you reading about the stock market. You're as sane as I am. So what gives here?
I don't understand you. All right, Renee. But you must promise. You do not tell another living soul.
I'm not promising you nothing until you explain to me why you were pretending to be so loco. Do you understand how upset your family is?
Yes. I am doing this for my family. I swear, Renee, in our friendship, it's true. All I'm trying to do is fake that snake Carlo Hesser to drop his guard so I can expose him for the vile piece of garbage that he is.
Well, all right. Okay, good, Asa, good. You know, because you're not going to believe this. I've had trouble myself with this notion of a new and improved Carlo Hesser. There's just one problem here, darling. If Carlo hasn't changed, that means he's as dangerous as ever.
And so am I, Renee. And Carlo's gonna find out the hard way.
Antonio.
You think you can threaten my lady?
Oh, I think you misunderstood me. Please, come in, sit down. I admire Detective Harrison. She's attractive, intelligent, and since she's your innamorata, I thought you might be able to rein her in a little for me. As a favor to me. Coffee?
I don't owe you any favors.
You've made it clear already that you rather I not be a part of your life.
Absolutely.
It would be a great deal easier keeping Detective Harrison at a distance.
You touch one hair on her head, and I'm coming after you.
You know, I'd never let anyone but you talk that way to me.
Don't do me any favors.
No. I want to. As I've said before, Antonio, I see something in you that I don't think you're even aware of. A potential to do amazing things with your life. That touches me. I had a son. Much like you.
Yeah, I know. And he died a long time ago. Look, I'm sorry about your troubles, but I don't want to be your son, okay? I just want you to stay the hell out of my life.
I wish it could be that way, Antonio.
Christian? Can you cover for me for a little while? Where are you going? I won't be long. Te veo ahorita, okay?
Want to just grab a booth, honey?
No, do you mind we take takeout? I want to go home just in case Drew calls with some news about Rachel.
Yeah, I know we've been through all of this, but maybe you're expecting a little too much out of Drew. I mean, he's a good kid, but he's a kid. He's young, you know.
He founded Rachel, didn't he? Hmm? And if he's as smart as his dad, I'm sure he'll figure out a way of bringing Rachel home.
Look, Rocky, can we sit down?
You know, Rocky isn't my name.
Okay, whatever your name is, I haven't been lying to you.
Come on. I saw my mother's business card in your jacket. So I know that she hired you, Mr. whatever your name is. Are you a private eye?
Do you want to see my license?
No. It's probably as bogus as you are.
Okay, you got me again. I'm not a PI.
So why did my mother sick you on me, huh? Why the hell are you tracking me down?
I'm your stepbrother. Rachel, I know this is out of the blue, but I am your brother. By marriage, at least. Bo Buchanan's my dad. We lost track of each other many years ago. I've been living with my mother. Now we found each other again.
So why are you here?
Just to see if I can help out. Can I get you a drink or something? Rachel, your family's pretty worried about you. Your mom in particular.
So she wanted you to drag me all the way back to Landview?
No, all I said was I'd talk to you, if I could find you. But I'm not going to force you to do something you don't want to do.
So why don't you run back home, and you tell my parents that I'll be fine if they would just stop breathing down my neck.
You're fine for money then, huh?
Oh, you mean because I work for an escort service? If you want to lend me a little something.
Sorry, that I can't do.
I'm out of here.
Hey,
let go of me.
Let's just talk, okay?
Get your hands off of me.
Rachel.
Let go! Someone help me.
Rachel.
You want to beat on somebody? Try me.
No, it's just a misunderstanding.
Yeah? Do me a favor, doll. Go peddle what you got in the street, okay? I don't want it in my bar.
Rachel, wait a second. Rachel!
Mrs. Vega? What are you doing here?
Looking for justice.
Mrs. Vega, it's been a long day.
And you don't have time for me, right? Well, Mr. Gannon, I'm not leaving. Not until you at least tell me why you have it in for my son.
Mrs. Vega, your son has been in trouble with the law since he was a kid. He led a gang, He did kill a man?
In self-defense. He should never have been convicted in the first place. And we can prove that now, but will you listen? No. No, why should you listen? That case is closed. You won. And winning, oh, that's all that matters to you, right? Is that why that you won't have a discussion about this any further?
Mrs. Vega, the reason I don't want to talk to you or anyone right now is because my wife miscarried our first baby just a few hours ago.
Oh, Mr. Gunn, I'm so terribly sorry. I had no idea.
It's not your fault. But if you wouldn't mind coming back tomorrow, I can't deal with anything right now.
Of course not. Would you please accept my apologies?
Where's Mommy?
I don't know. I mean, she sure left in a hurry, though. She said she was going to come back right away, but it's been quite a while. And I got to meet somebody, like, in 5 minutes at the library. I have to go.
Go on, get out of here.
You sure? You got it?
Go.
All right.
I thought you'd be long gone by now.
I was gonna leave. But I thought that was kind of like giving up. We were getting so close to dealing with some of our problems, and then Carlo had to go and call and tear us apart, like always. And I just didn't want him to have that power over us, so I stayed.
I'm glad.
But I need to know, once and for all, what is your business with Carlo Hesser?
Are you asking me as a cop? Or are you asking me as my woman?
Does it matter?
If you're asking me as a cop, I have nothing to say.
How about as a woman who loves you? You remember that dream your Aunt Polita had? The one that scared her about people coming to steal your soul away? Antonio, is that dream coming true? Is that what Carlo Hesser is doing? Is he eating away at what's good in you? What happens when there's nothing left? How can you give me your heart when it's already crumbled away to nothing?